Hi guys, Paul here from the Open Mind Institute. Just doing this brief video to share this experience with you that I had this morning that was very much inspired by nature. I went for my usual run and meditation session at this nearby nature reserve. And despite going to this place for years, I noticed something I hadn't noticed before. And that is after my meditation session, which is at the same place amongst this rocky enclave, I looked out and I saw this tree who, as a younger tree, must have had its growth stumped or hampered by this log which had fallen towards the base of it. But in any event, the tree continued to grow. So the log had fallen, but the tree grew, parallel to the earth, and then it had a massive rock in its way, so it had to sort of grow around that as well. But nevertheless, it was still alive, and although it looked different to the other straight trees nearby, it somehow managed to continue its growth, continue its development, despite these external interferences. It got me thinking, limiting beliefs can have the same effect on our growth, on our development. The things that you're told as children, such as you're not good enough, you'll never amount to anything, you're not tall enough, you're not good looking enough. And we go into adolescence, our adulthood, and sometimes these things turn into beliefs that get wrapped up in our self-identity and can really hamper our development and the way we respond to circumstances and to life's challenges. This is the power of beliefs. So what can we do to dilute some of these limiting beliefs? Well, I'm glad you tuned in, because I've got about 5 or 6 steps that you can use to do just that. And it stems from cognitive behavioral therapy that we use in our coaching sessions here at the Open Mind Institute. First step you need to do is to really articulate, identify what your limiting beliefs are. And I strongly recommend that you write those down, put pen to paper. And it's from that platform that you can then really assess your triggers, right? Being step number 2, that is, what has to occur in my physical realm for these limiting beliefs to arise? Write down each and every trigger. And then the third step is you want to ask yourself these 3 golden questions. And that is, number 1, where does this limiting belief come from, right? You might be able to trace it back to a heightened experience, even as a child. Second question is, well, where's the evidence? Where's the tangible evidence to corroborate this limiting belief? And lastly, the third question is, what is another way I can look at this? What's another way I can look at this situation? And then that leads us to step number 4, which is, I want you to think about some new empowering beliefs that you have about yourself that might already be there, perhaps attached to your core values, right? And put them to paper. So really articulate a new set of positive, empowering beliefs that you have about yourself. And then what you want to do is, parallel to this, is you want to be raising your levels of self-awareness through practicing things like mindfulness and meditation. Because I dare say, if I hadn't been meditating this morning, I probably wouldn't have even seen this tree, and this video would cease to exist. But as you're raising your levels of self-awareness, what you'll be able to do is spot when these triggers arise, when this limiting belief comes up into your headspace. And it's from that platform that leads us to the last step. And that is, when this juncture arrives in your life, I want you to insert your new empowering positive belief. And it comes with repetition. So with repetition comes positive and lasting change. So you do that enough and you'll start diluting your limiting beliefs. That's it from me. Always keep an open mind.